Hi everyone! My name is Miss Lauren, Children's Librarian from the Half Hollow Hills Community Library, ready to share a great program with you today called Art Academy. Today we're going to do some artwork all about the garden. Have you ever been in a garden? What types of things do you see in a garden? When I think of a garden, I think of flowers, lots of colors, butterflies, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. Some beautiful art with flowers and butterflies. So we're going to read a story to begin our program. I'm going to show you some beautiful works of art by some famous artists, and then I'm going to show you how you can create some wonderful art from your home. So let's get started. Our story today is called Glass Wings, A Butterfly's Story by Alisa, Cleven. Claire was a glass-wing butterfly. Her wings, as clear as windows, let the world shine through. When Claire soared high, she looked sky blue, or puffy white, or rainbow striped. When she swooped down low to the forest floor, she seemed as feathery green as the ferns. And when she fluttered among the flowers, sipping nectar, Claire looked like a flower too. I like being flowery best, Claire thought. I love being here with my flowery mother and father and brothers and sisters in our bright, blooming home. But one day, while Claire was chasing a wisp of milkweed, silk, a sudden wind swept her up. Claire, we can't see you, her family cried. Here I am, said Claire, but she was lost in the swirling clouds. On and on she tumbled, scared and lonely. Finally, the wind let her go. She fluttered down to a strange new world, a city of concrete and corners. I hope I'll find some flowers here, Claire said hungrily, and I hope that my family will find me. How would anyone find you? Asked a pigeon. You're almost invisible. Your wings are as gray as the sidewalk, a ladybug added. As plain as the air, said an ant. Are you a ghost? Of course not, said Claire. I'm a glass-winged butterfly. My wings can be any color at all. Look. Claire looked around for a spot of color. Up above, she saw 3 big ones lined up in a row. Oh, said the ladybug, you're as red as me now. And now you're as yellow as a taxi, cried the pigeon. And now you're as green as a soda can, the ant exclaimed. Are you a magic butterfly? I wish, said Claire, I'd fly right home. But I don't know the way. Stay here with us then, the pigeon suggested. No butterflies ever visit, said the ladybug. They just pass overhead on their way to somewhere else. Would you like something to eat? Asked the ant, offering Claire a tortilla crumb. Thanks, but I only eat nectar, said Claire, from flowers. Flowers? Asked the pigeon. What are flowers? Asked the ant. I know what flowers are, said the ladybug, flapping her wings. I ate some tasty aphids on some flowers just this morning. Follow me and I'll show you. The ladybug led them to an empty lot where a few flowers grew. They were dusty and scraggly, nothing like the lush flowers back home. But they swayed a little in the breeze and offered Claire their nectar, and as she drank it, Claire felt more like her old self again. Day after day, Claire fluttered among the flowers, sipping their nectar, carrying their sticky yellow pollen from plant to plant, helping new flowers to grow. Her new friends helped the flowers too. The ladybug kept them free of pests. The ants stirred up the soil they lived in. The pigeons scattered their seeds this way and that. And Claire was happy with everything growing and gathering around her. But at night, she dreamed of her family far away. One morning, the pigeon told Claire, "Look how many flowers have grown since you've been here with us." "Like magic," said the ant. "And look at your wings," admired the ladybug. "Look, look," said a voice in the sky. Claire looked. A family of glasswings was fluttering near. "Look at that big patch of color," they cried. "Look at that flowery butterfly. She looks like our Claire! We've been looking for you." "Here I am," said Claire, "with my friends." The butterflies waved their wings. They spun and swooped through the sky, changing from blue to gold to pink, purple, starry as the night sky, sparkly as the city lights. Bright as the butterfly garden, they all make together each day. The end. What did you think of that story? Did you enjoy it? What a beautiful butterfly with those colorful wings that change. So cool. So now it's time to see some other artwork by famous artists. This painting is by an artist named Salvador Dali. Look at all the butterflies in this painting. There's a lot of colors in here. Can you name all the colors you see? Salvador Dali uses something called surrealism in his paintings. This means the idea from his art comes from inside his imagination or in his dreams. Pretty cool. This is a painting by an artist named Georgia O'Keeffe. This painting has a flower called an iris. This painting is by an artist named Claude Monet. He is very famous for his beautiful paintings of nature and of landscapes. And look at all the colors in this painting. Wow. Now it's time to create some works of art of our own. So in your grab and go kit, there are some supplies that we'll need for our project. So we'll need some coffee filters. We will need some of these wooden clothespins. And we also have a pipe cleaner. But in addition to those supplies, you'll need some markers of different colors, a little bit of water in a bowl or a cup, and maybe a paper towel. Now this is gonna get a little bit messy, so make sure you're wearing your play clothes, nothing too fancy. And the markers that you use hopefully will be washable, so everything will come off with soap and water, but just be really careful. You're gonna wanna put some paper towels out on your table or some newspapers to protect the surface. And make sure you practice this with a grown-up. All right, so to get started, we're gonna make a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly just like Claire in our book. And we're also gonna make a beautiful flower. So nice. All right, So we are going to take our coffee filters, and you should have a bunch in yours. And we're going to just use one for now, so you'll have plenty to practice some other crafts on your own. And so we're going to take one out of our pack. A little bit tricky, they like to stick together. And we're going to use our markers and color on it. So you're going to want to choose your favorite colors and have those set out on the table. And we're going to flatten our coffee filter. We want to get it as flat as a pancake. Try to get those little ruffles out. Okay, so once we flatten it, we're going to choose our favorite color markers, and we'll start with the butterfly. So think about what you want your butterfly to look like, what colors you want it. So my butterfly has a lot of purple and green because those are my favorite colors, but you can choose whichever colors you like. And you're going to color your coffee filter. So we'll use our marker and we're just gonna color it in. Make sure you use lots and lots of colors. Color it really well, as much as you can. So I'm using like a turquoise, and I'm gonna use purple too again because I love the color purple. All right, go over this again. It doesn't have to be a perfect design because I'll show you what we're gonna do with the water that will make it spread like magic. So here is what mine looks like. It's not very neat, but that's okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our fingers and dip them in the water. And this is the fun part. This is where the magic comes in. So you're gonna put this flat on your table, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I'm gonna lift it up. And we're just gonna go over the coffee filter with the water using our finger. As you can see, it starts to blend a little bit. The more you do it, the more it blends in. As you can see, my hand's getting a little messy, and that's okay. As long as we are wearing our play clothes, we're covering the table, that's the important part. All right, so we're just gonna go all the way around. All right, and it's gonna look kind of like that. A little bit messy, but when it dries, it's going to look beautiful. So once it dries, what we're going to do is take the two far opposite edges and we're sort of gonna pinch them together, just like that. And it looks like a bow tie, the shape of a bow tie. And what we're gonna do is we're going to take our clothespin and we're just going to slide the coffee filter through the clothespin. Because it's wet, it's giving me a little bit of a hard time, but when yours dries, it'll be much easier. All right, and there you have it, my beautiful blue and purple butterfly. So you're gonna wanna decorate your butterfly's face. I put a little smiley face on mine. So you can add some antennae, or if you have googly eyes at home, that would be really cool. And there you have it, your own glass wing butterfly. Okay, so for our flower, we're gonna do the exact same thing we did. We're gonna take one of our coffee filters, use our markers to color it, and instead, this time what we're going to do is we are going to pinch the middle part of our coffee filter, just underneath in the middle. You might need a grown-up for this one. We're gonna pinch it and just twist it a little bit so that there's just a little tiny piece at the bottom sticking out. We're gonna take our pipe cleaner and we're just gonna twist the pipe cleaner underneath the flower, and just like that, we have a beautiful flower. And the cool thing is, because I put a whole bunch of coffee filters in your kit, that you can use lots of them. So you can make a really big flower with lots of colorful layers. That'll be really nice. So there you have it, your beautiful flower. your beautiful butterfly. It's hard to believe with all this snow and dreary weather that spring is coming, but just in a few more weeks, spring will be here. And we'll see these beautiful butterflies and flowers again in our garden very, very soon. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a lot of fun and you learned something new, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.